Well, it's been another week where I haven't been here. I had a week's holiday, so, it is what it is. But we're back again this week. We did the stream last Thursday, which means you got 2 episodes this week, Monday and Thursday, before we go again on Thursday on the stream. We should be good to go. Today, though, it's a big one. Today, we're all about setting up the Sacrifice pay-per-view. Who will be going on to face Bobby Lashley for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship? Will it be the Olympic gold medalist, the wrestling machine Kurt Angle? Will it be the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy with all of his demons? Or will it be the monster hunter, the violence maker, Samoa Joe? Let's find out, shall we, who will be going on to take on Bobby Lashley, who will be number one contender. Triple threat. Boom. Okay, Impact this week kicks off with the music of Ric Flair. Ric Flair comes down to the ring and gives a grand, lavish entrance to your and my TNA television champion, the most impactful man in all of sports entertainment, Johnny Impact. And out comes Impact Championship on his shoulder, but he's quickly interrupted by Jeff Jarrett, who is doing a bit of a guesswork tonight, where he is introducing Impact's opponent tonight, the challenger for the TV title, Claudio Castagnoli. That's right, we're doing Claudio versus Impact. Jeff Jarrett gets involved to hype their feud. Of course, we're building towards Johnny Impact versus Jeff Jarrett at the pay-per-view. So let's see how this goes. Claudio versus Johnny. It'd be interesting. 61 for the segment is fine. The match itself, 72. Wow. Fantastic match. Johnny Impact carrying it again with a 78. He was actually off his game and still put in a 78. Good man. The finish comes in here where Ric Flair and Mick Foley at ringside start to argue between themselves. That distracts everyone, including Tyler Black at ringside, including Claudio Castagnoli in the ring, allowing Johnny Impact to hit his finisher. Starship Pain wouldn't work there actually, but hit another move into the Starship Pain. 1, 2, 3. Johnny Impact retains the championship tonight. But it's a big week for Johnny Impact because he's also got to deal with Jay Lethal on Explosion. So let's see what happens. So with that one, 72 though, good start to the show. We come back from break to find Madison Rayne backstage waiting for Johnny Impact to come back through the curtain after the match, obviously. And Alex Shelley from the Motor City Machine Guns approaches, trying to flirt with Madison Rayne here, but Madison Rayne has eyes for Johnny Impact and not Johnny Impact only, it seems. We still are teasing that this romantic relationship could be happening. Impact and Flair walk through the curtain towards their locker room. Madison Rayne goes running off, chasing after Johnny Impact, leaving Alex Shelley there embarrassed and a little bit frustrated and a little bit angry. 63, good segment though. Okay, we went into the establishment's office when in comes Jeff Hardy. He's here for one reason, and that is to make it clear to Bobby Lashley what is going to happen tonight and what is going to happen at Sacrifice. Remember, big triple threat, Hardy, Joe, Angle, winner gets Lashley at Sacrifice. That's happening tonight, and Jeff Hardy says he will win that triple threat and he will defeat Bobby Lashley at Sacrifice because this company deserves a champion to be proud of. Doesn't make Bobby Lashley happy, as you would expect. 72, good segment. Okay, the tag team champions were in action here. Cool Shocks defeated the Flock with, pretty good match here for these two. 59, Shark Boy pinning Eddie Kingston with a Diamond Dust. Kevin Nash carried it on his retirement tour, so to speak, for a 65. Shark Boy, though, 48. His performances are improving. Kenta, really good performance again. Eddie Kingston, 39. Those guys are getting better and better, though. For a low mid-card team, that's not bad at all. Watching on Backstage though was Beer Money, and they sort of mock the fact that you have to look and watch the TV in a weird way. Storm's gimmick is getting stale, so that needs changing. So that's been written down. They sort of mocked him and then mocked the Cool Sharks themselves with the promo. Completely mocked them. They impersonate both of them. They impersonate the Big Daddy Cool. They impersonate Shark Boy. Get really cheeky, really heely. And we're just building towards the tag title match. It's fine. Nice and simple. Okay, back into the establishment's office we go. Not for the first time tonight, but it might be the last time, potentially. Bobby Lashley and Mr. Anderson are sat watching the show. Hogan is, you can see him in the background mulling along, which is why I've included Hogan next. It'll just help the segment, so why not? The whole point of this is Anderson and Lashley are discussing what's currently happening, and they're discussing sacrifice. And Anderson says, look, no matter what happens tonight in terms of who you're going to face at Sacrifice, you don't have to worry about AJ Styles, because at Sacrifice, I'm going to beat AJ Styles. I'm going to protect you, and you won't have to worry about him again. And Bobby Lashley doesn't like this implication that Mr. Anderson is protecting him. He doesn't like the implication that Bobby Lashley needs protecting, and out Bobby Lashley goes out of the office in a bit of a huff and a bit of frustration. 70. Okay, Dishonored, as we're now calling them, Roderick Strong and Kevin Steen, cut a promo hyping up a potential match against Abyss and Davey Richards. They talk about how Abyss stuck his nose in where it wasn't wanted last week, and now he will pay for it, because next up is Roderick Strong versus Abyss. 42, not great. Both of them probably needed scripting. I don't tend to script anyone, but maybe I should look at it. Roderick Strong and Abyss then got a 63. Good match here, carried by Abyss with a 65, but not a bad performance at all from Roderick Strong with the 50. And it's Strong who gets the win with a Gibson driver following interference from Kevin Steen. The numbers game, well, Davey Richards wasn't out there. He's not a tag team partner of Abyss. Abyss helped him last week, but it doesn't mean they're tag team partners, does it? So, yeah, good win here for Roderick Strong. It's really going to help his popularity in the Southeast to beat Abyss. I like that. Like it a lot. After the match, Dishonored, I put in the boot to Abyss when out comes Davey Richards. But the 2-on-2 fight doesn't really make a difference. Davey Richards returning the favour from last week. And as you can see, has about that for a return. He's had a couple of weeks away after being dropped on the floor by Dishonored. Well, Eddie Edwards is back. And now it's 3-on-2. They faces clear the ring. And Dishonored were not expecting the return of Eddie Edwards tonight. But it's working for the Wolves. It's working for the Wolves. Okay, another backstage segment here. Let's talk through it then. Bobby Lashley is sort of pacing down the corridors. He's fuming after what Anderson said. He's fuming after what Jeff Hardy said when he runs into Samoa Joe. Now, Samoa Joe just looks at Bobby Lashley up and down and starts laughing. He says, they call you a monster. They call you a monster. I'll show you what a monster does tonight. And Samoa Joe disrespects Bobby Lashley once again. Bobby Lashley is starting to lose his temper big time. And a man in the wrong place is Richie Steamboat, who gets launched over a load of the staging boxes. And yeah, was sort of off camera. Bobby Lashley, taking out his frustration on Richie Steamboat. And he's not happy tonight. He's getting wound up well and truly. 74, good segment again, really good segment. Okay, next up we're going to have D'Angelo De Niro in action. The Pope is going to get a win over Tyson Tomko for 67. The DDE, and it's all well and done for 69 from the Pope. Not bad at all. 49 from Tomko. It's hyping the Sting versus Pope match, and we hype it up. Well, we hype it up post match because as Tomko is laying there down, no partnership of pain tonight. His tag team partner we say he's been given the night off, so it's not going to make much of a difference to what we do now, because the Pope pulls out a body bag from under the ring. You heard me right, a body bag, like a funeral parlour body bag, you get my point. And he puts Tomko into the body bag. He hasn't zipped it up as of yet. And he starts to talk to the camera like that. And he starts to get in the face of the camera, talking trash to Sting. And you hear a big cheer as he's doing this. No one can figure out why until Pope turns around and goes to zip up the body bag when a hand out of the bag stops him. But it's not Tomko. Tony Schiavone would say, it's Sting. That's right, Sting is in the body bag. We go in a bit of an old school storyline here, but I think it could work between these two. Tomko and Sting in theory are both quite tall, so you could make it work. The Pope sort of just drops backwards in shock. He looks like he's seen a ghost after, of course, taking Sting out of the church a few weeks ago. Yeah, Sting is looking for some revenge, and the Pope escapes, because we're not going to give that away just yet. Let's see what happens. 67 though, not terrible. Right, Bobby Lashley he's having a lot of problems tonight. A lot of problems. Here's another one. AJ Styles he bumps into, and AJ says, "Listen, I want to make this very clear. No matter who wins tonight, I want you, Bobby Lashley, to retain the TNA World Championship at Sacrifice. Because at Sacrifice, I'm going to beat your little crony. And then I'm coming for you. And I'm going to right the wrong that was done to me by you, by Hulk Hogan, by Eric Bischoff, by the establishments at the start of the year. And I will win back my World Championship. But to do so, I just need it to be you. 71. AJ's made it very clear what he wants there. Very clear. AJ was next then in action against Eric Young for a 68. They didn't have chemistry. That's interesting. No chemistry from AJ Styles and Eric Young here. And Styles Clash does the business. Well, actually, no, they're not the Styles Clash. I've got it written down here. Styles continues his mind games here over Mr. Anderson. First time I've done that tonight. He continues the mind game by winning with the mic check. Check 1, 2, mic check. AJ Styles defeats Eric Young. Cool. Moving on. Right, we needed another one. There was one more person that hadn't quite bumped into Bobby Lashley, isn't there? So he doesn't quite bump into him here. Kurt Angle is cutting a promo backstage. He is interviewed about Sacrifice, and he's cutting a promo on Bobby Lashley in particular. He says, look, Bobby Lashley is a heck of a fighter. But, he's no Kurt Angle. And the disrespect continues towards Bobby Lashley. Kurt Angle leaves the camera view, and you can see in the background Bobby Lashley was watching. He is ready. If he had hair, he would be tearing it out right now. Ironically, just as we're about to get ready for the main event. Right, a couple of matches for next week's Impact then, for Thursday's Impact for if you're watching on YouTube. We're going to be doing Beer Money versus the American Wolves. Should be a very good tag team match there for good wrestlers, but as about this for a 6-man tag. AJ Styles will be teaming up with the tag team champions, the Cool Shocks, to take on Mr. Anderson and LAX. 2 big matches for Impact next week. Right. Before we get to the main event, Dishonored are going to cut a promo on the Abyss and the American Wolves. They say, you know what, it's fine that Eddie Edwards is back. You guys want to fight? Well, we want to fight. And we are challenging you to a match at Sacrifice. The 3 of you. We want all 3 of you. And you know what? Kevin, we might have a friend who could help here. And they look smug and they look happy. Who is the 3rd man? We'll see, won't we? Right, main event time then. It is a big triple threat match. It is Kurt Angle, it is Jeff Hardy, it is Samoa Joe. One of them will go on to face Bobby Lashley if they can get a victory tonight. Who will it be? It will be none of them. Okay, none of them. We've been building up all night that Bobby Lashley is getting madder and madder and more angry. Well, it boils over here. 82, a fantastic match. Kurt Angle with an 86 performance. Jeff Hardy 80. Samoa Joe 80. But the match itself, no contest, because Bobby Lashley comes out and destroys all 3 of them, screaming into the camera that he wants all 3 of them at Sacrifice, and he wants to prove that he's the best. He's had enough of the disrespect tonight, and his temper has took him too far. The establishment may not like it, but Bobby Lashley wants all 3 of them, and he wants the fatal 4-way at Sacrifice. That gives us then a 70 rated show, so not quite on the level of last week's Impact, but not bad at all. A very good main event, carried it. Maybe if Styles has a better match with Young, you could probably go a couple of points more, but I think this is pretty good. Strong and Abyss was better than I thought it would be, and we've got some pretty big matches on the card without giving away too much either, so I'm pretty pleased. Pretty pleased indeed. Explosion then, with the TV title on the line again. Let's go. Okay, this week's Impact kicks off with Kurt Angle cutting a promo on Bobby Lashley. It's actually we caught up with them after the controversy of the main event on Impact as they came through the curtain. Angle's fuming, he's not happy, and he gets in the camera and he says, you know what, Bobby Lashley, you want all 4 of us? That's fine, because I will beat you, I will beat him, and I will beat him, and I will be World Heavyweight Champion again. 73. Kurt Angle brings the intensity. Right, first match of the night. Tag team action. It is the Kingslayers defeating the British Invasion. Claudio Castagnoli gets the win over Doug Williams with a roaring European uppercut. Brutus Magnus was the weak link. That's interesting at this point. Magnus with a 38. 48 from Williams, 48 from Black, and a 52 from Claudio. Very good from him, and he gets the win. Trying to get him a win after losing to Johnny Impact, and the Kingslayers continue to pick up wins. Good stuff. The Amazing Red and Suicide have a backstage segment. The Amazing Red approaches his friend and he just wants to discuss how Suicide has been so different as of late. He's questioning him about his recent actions, and it results in a brawl between the two men. The Amazing Red and Suicide is quickly snuffed out, but a brawl between the two men. The friends have finally started to fight. Okay, another backstage segment. We see Madison Rayne waiting at the garage area for the arrival of the TNA TV champion, Johnny Impact. She is just waiting for a man, and that enrages Angelina Love, who approaches, and she calls her pathetic. She says she needs to be stronger, needs to be a stronger woman, and Angelina Love gets slapped across the face by Madison Rayne, and Madison Rayne just nods behind Love. Velvet Sky's there. She attacks 2-on-1. Poor Angelina Love. Poor. 40 though, good stuff. Jeff Hardy got a promo on Bobby Lashley. Again, similar to Kurt Angle, we'll get one from Joe later. And Jeff says, if you want the demons to come out, the demons can come out, Bobby Lashley. 70, let's see, shall we? Roderick Strong got a promo on Pac for a 28. This is not good from Roderick Strong. We know it's not his strong point, but got to keep going with it, and he will improve eventually. Fingers crossed. 28, not good though, not good at all. The match itself though, Roderick Strong versus Pac, gets us to 57. Again, this is his strength, getting wins over people. Pac is the latest man to be beaten after a Kevin Steen run-in. Gibson driver, Roderick Strong wins. Poor Pac, but he's not quite being pushed at the level that we're going to try and push these invading forces, so to speak. Roderick Strong getting better at his gimmick. Good match though, good match. And some matches for next week's Explosion you'll see on Thursday on YouTube. Partnership of Pain will be taking on Dishonored. That's Strong and Steen against Tomko and Matt Morgan next week on Explosion. And how's about this? Abyss will be in action against Desmond Wolf. Okay, let's move on. Samoa Joe is going to cut a promo on Bobby Lashley. 66 for this. This is fine. Again, it's a similar thing. He says, you know what, Bobby Lashley, maybe you are a monster, but I'm a bigger monster. So the Monster Hunter is ready to go again. 66. And then right, we're going to do a segment. You see the people involved here. It's going to get that sort of segment and a rating, and I understand that. Dishonored kidnap Candice LeRae here. I can hear the whys. It's going to lead to something. I'm trying something different. Yeah, okay. Yeah, moving on. Johnny Impact cuts a promo on Jay Lethal for 46. Ooh, that's not good from Johnny Impact at all. Wow, that's a really bad promo from him. But the match itself then, it's Impact versus Lethal. Can they hit the 76 level they hit last time? Probably not, but I'm hoping for a good match. It's for the TV title. Your winner and still TNA TV champion Johnny Impact. But the segment rating is what's going to be interesting here. We get a 65. Not bad for Explosion. Not the level you was hoping it would be, of course. But Johnny Impact retains the title, the Starship Pain, after a distraction from Madison Rayne, who comes out to ringside, now starting to make an impact, so to speak. 65. Yeah, Johnny Impact's still a good performance. Jay Lethal, not quite. Afterwards, Johnny Impact is surprised by the attack of Alex Shelley. That's right, Alex Shelley, the man who was ignored on Impact on Monday, runs down, clocks Johnny Impact, just nails him with a forearm, then looks at Madison Rayne as if to say, "You impressed now?" And let's see what happens with that, shall we? 56. That gives us a 55 rated Explosion. I'll take that. That's not bad at all. So it turns out none of the three will be taking on Bobby Lashley for the World Championship. Or at least not in a one-on-one match. You can see where things are going. We will continue on that on Thursday's trend. Let's see what happens there. Yeah, it was a pretty good episode this week. We hit that 70 mark again. Not quite as good as last week's Impact. Sorry, excuse me. We did hit that 70 mark again though, which is good to see. And if we can continue that on Thursday, we'll hit a bit of a roll going into Sacrifice, and that's what we want to do. If you like the video, make sure you drop a like on the channel. Why have I froze? Honestly, I'm going to keep that in. No, I'm froze again. Okay, computer's decided. I don't know what. Let's just continue on. Yeah, if you like the video, drop a like on it. Subscribe to the channel for a whole lot more. Until then, before the computer craps up, we better go. See you later. Bye.